I want to share things with you that are not just about the good things about narrowboating, obviously, that are about the complex things and how to cope with those issues. So here goes. Hey guys, so I woke up to the slightly unpleasant realisation this morning that all my electrics were off. I came down here and I looked at my circuit breaker and I noticed that all the lights were off, which is never a good sign. And then I checked my batteries and my battery monitor seemed absolutely fine. So I think it's something in between my batteries and my circuit breaker. So I'm just gonna have a little look in my electrical cupboard and see if there's anything obvious. I think I might know what the culprit is. I think it's this thing, or what this thing is part of. Basically, this is just a switch that turns everything on the circuit breaker off or on, and it comes after all my fuses and stuff like that. Now, to be honest with you, this is a remnant of the first fix that I did for my electrics, because this current version of my electrics is my second attempt, and this is a little bit of a remnant of the first one, which I left in. I had intended to replace it with a much more robust switch, as you can see, but you know, I forgot. Basically, there's no other excuse. I literally forgot. Because everything was working, you just like carry on. I think that's probably an important lesson there, that if things are working, you know, maybe they're still not perfect and maybe they could go wrong. So yeah, so what I'm gonna do is then I'm gonna replace the old switching system with hopefully this new one, and I hope everything will work perfectly, so I'll keep you guys up to date with that. Okay, so I've just noticed that the switch that I'm replacing my old switch with has much bigger bolts on the end, so the lugs on the end of my wires aren't going to fit anymore, so I'm going to have to go and get some new lugs from Toolstation. So that's a bit frustrating. So although I've had some challenges with the electrics and stuff, there's something else good that's happened. I'm currently dog sitting for my friend, one of my boat friends, Dave, his wonderful dog Mango. Say hello, Mango. No, you okay? He's very at home in front of the fire, resting. So yeah, it's quite nice to have a dog in the boat for once. Although he's quite a large dog, as you can see, and sometimes he kind of like thrashes about a little bit, and yeah, the boat isn't really big enough for that. But I'm going to take you for a walk, aren't I, Mango? Take you for a walk, yeah? Is that what you want? You want to go for a walk? Oh, usually when you say that to dogs, they go nuts. You're obviously a very calm, placid dog, aren't you, Mango? Oh, you're so cute. Cute. Yeah, we'll take you for a walk, don't worry. So I just finished taking Mango for a walk, and I noticed something outside the boat. Must have happened when all the storms and wind was. My scaffolding poles have moved. Massive gap that they've been yanked backwards and forwards. So yeah, that's pretty much proof that it's been pretty windy recently. So yeah, I'll have to get that knocked back in. Okay, so it turned out Toolstation or Screwfix, my usual places to go, weren't very much help. They didn't have the specific lug that I was looking for. I guess I must have got them online before. I don't really have time to order stuff online, so what I did was I put the word out in the WhatsApp group of the local boaters around here, and a few people offered up some solutions, and I ended up getting a hold of a couple of lugs of somebody. They were slightly the wrong hole size, but we managed to drill the hole size out, so got the correct lugs now, and I'm just basically going to fit the main switch, and hopefully everything will work, so I'll let you guys know.
So I guess this is the moment of truth. It worked. Everything is saved. Thank goodness for that.
Okay, so my electrical system is now working perfectly. I just wanted to sit down and I guess sort of talk about what just happened really, because I think this has been the first time that something has majorly gone wrong on my boat since I built it. I wanted to think through that, and I want to share things with you that are not just about the good things about narrowboating, obviously, that are about the complex things and how to cope with those issues. So here goes. So the first thing is, how did it happen really? And I've been trying to track that down, and it's definitely something to do with that switch that I showed you. But I also think that because we've had a lot of like storms and stuff and lots of wind on the boat recently, my boat has been moving backwards and forwards a lot, backwards and forwards a lot, backwards and forwards a lot. And I think that basically, I'm going to show you on this piece of wire here, I think that one of the connections constantly moving when the boat is moving and boat is moving and boat is moving, and over time that maybe broke some of the actual copper inside it, and so that it was slowly degrading, not so much as that you noticed it until it actually failed, I guess. And so for me that was something worth bearing in mind, because what I've noticed is that since everything is fixed, my fridge seems to be acting much more efficiently, my laptop is charging much quicker, so I think that there had been a gradual degradation in my electrics surrounding this particular switch and the wire that was going into it. I mean, the switch itself, when I look at it, I mean, it was, as I said before, from the first fix of my electrics, and it was very cheap, and compared to the switch that I'd actually bought that I should have installed, which I forgot to install, it's just not really good. I mean, it's just not something that's going to last a long time, especially if it's under stress and stuff like that. So I think it was a combination of the wire going into it and then perhaps like the switch itself giving up. Then, oh, my fridge seems to be going on a little bit longer. Well, that's fine. Oh, my laptop seems to be taking a little bit longer to charge. Well, you know, I kind of put it down to my laptop battery actually, but it turns out that I think it was my actual electrical system was slowly degrading, and then obviously eventually big old storm I think put it under extra stress, and then I woke up to no power, which isn't the end of the world, but my taps obviously that give me water, they need power. If I want to have a shower, I need power. And obviously my fridge needs power, my lights at night, I need power. I can survive without electricity, but it's not comfortable, and I want to be comfortable on my boat. So I think that in future, if I start to notice little discrepancies and things like that on my boat, I think I'm much more likely to pay attention to it and try and identify the problem before it actually breaks, because I think that's a much better approach. So this has been a real learning experience for me, and I wanted to share this with you guys because I think it's worth just keeping a really close eye on what's going on in your boat. And if you're used to the normal way your boat behaves, if something changes about that, you need to be aware that there could be some subtle thing that is slowly degrading. It's worth trying to catch that before anything too serious happens. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I mean, it's been a bit different obviously, because usually my videos are like happier and not necessarily stuff going wrong, but I think these are important videos as well. Let me know what you think in the comments and that, and I guess I'll speak to you guys in a couple of weeks. Okay, thanks, bye bye.